Here's some doors ideas I made. Hallucination is a thing kind of like a neck spot in a way. He usually appears out by door frames. If you see him, you should probably hide. And if you hear him, you should run. Alright? The reason it's called hallucination is mainly because hallucinations make people get scared usually. And when you get scared, you're most likely to hide. The reason you hear them as you run is mainly because hearing or ambience in horror games is pretty much what makes it scary, the most part. So, yeah. If he can kill you, no, he cannot kill you. He cannot take any damage other than your mental health. But what he does, the reason why you probably should hide and run is because you go through some kind of animation or like a panic attack for the next 45 seconds, so if rush or ambush appears, then you're pretty much screwed. Now, the way floorboard would work is kind of like hide or jack, in a way like you can't hide in a wardrobe for too long. You can't camp a wardrobe the entire game because you're too scared. This would kind of work the same way, but also kind of a different way, kind of like glitch in a way. Basically, how this would work is if you were hiding in a corner or in an angle behind a wardrobe or behind a plant where ambush or rush couldn't get you, what would happen is floorboard would appear, which is basically a giant arm that would break out of a floorboard and would grab you and pull you in there. And you would die instantly. There's pretty much nothing you can do about it other than hiding in a wardrobe, which is the entire purpose of a wardrobe. So, yeah, that's how it would work. The way the painting would work is basically, if you look away, he gets closer to the camera in the painting. And if you look away again, he gets even closer. And again, he gets closer and closer. And at some point, he'll start coming out of the painting the more you look away from him. And once he gets out, then he's fully there. Now, if you look away and he can't touch you or something, you die. Now, the way to basically what you have to do is just keep on looking at him, open door, shut door, and he gets reset back to where he was in the beginning, like all the way in the background of the painting. Now, if you come back in and look away and, gets closer, it goes like that. He gets reset when you shut the door and open it again. So, yeah. Now, this kind of already exists, but I'm turning it into like a kind of a creature you'll have to avoid throughout like the entire game instead of just the seek chase. Basically, how this is work is don't get near any window, mainly because the arms or those giant things that appear out the windows in the seek chase, they have a chance of being there. I don't know, like maybe a 45% chance of that happening or something like that. And when they do appear, it'll grab you and pull you in. So, yeah. And if you somehow dodge that, then he'll pretty much start, like, grabbing through any other window or, like, punching through a roof and down out, like, the ceiling tiles and then grab you from up there. Or something like that, pretty much. So the moment he sees you and he tries getting you, you're pretty much screwed unless you escape to a different room or hide in a wardrobe. Then it'll give up and leave. Now, fake doors would usually appear when you go too slow, but like at the same time, but in like a single player server, like not in a multiplayer. He wouldn't appear there because there's when glitch would appear if you're too slow. Now a single player, if you go too slow, like too slow, like way too slow, this guy will probably end up appearing at a door and he won't let you pass it for like 30 seconds from his long, horrifying scream at the door. He will open it, scream, and slam it. And then you wait another 5 seconds and you open the door and nothing will be there. and you may continue going. And it'll probably appear again if you continue going slower. And yeah, pretty much the purpose is just to annoy you and make you want to continue.